fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Seattle Seahawks. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped. Just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
19.
On second down, here's Wilson. And that'll be... In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And look who, the former Seahawk first-round pick, Bruce Irvin, in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's taken on the 25. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The play clock's running down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Throwing on first down is Carr. He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it second down. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Throwing his Carr on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
Charles, earlier we talked a lot about Russell Wilson, what a great job he did last year in 2017 as Seattle's offense is working their way back onto the field. But they're probably going to need to find a running game to alleviate some of that pressure on Wilson, right?
Yeah, you think? I mean, my goodness, when you take a look at what Russell Wilson did, he more than doubled the rushing yardage of Mike Davis, who finished second. And Mike Davis didn't begin the year on Seattle's roster. They went through a number of runners this season, none of them that fit and really hit. Chris Carson, they thought was going to be the guy. He got hurt early in the year. But they definitely have to find a running game and get back to playing that Seattle football of run first and let Russell Wilson take over from there.
Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
From the gun on third down, Wilson got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now Wilson on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eddie Vanderdoes in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 43 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball. Exactly
right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They'll try to run with Rawls. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the 2nd level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Wilson looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Being chased out left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mario Edwards in there to get him for his second sack of the night. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Here's Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Second and 10 now, Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Paul Richardson, 32 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's 17-7. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Carr now on first down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. On first and 10, here's Carr. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Now Carr. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Again on second and 10, it's Wilson. Drops it underneath for Rawls. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
First down, this is Rawls. And he is knocked down from the side. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. To throw is Wilson. To throw on second down. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Wilson throwing again. Going to Rawls on the dump-off. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Wilson will throw again. And able to find Graham, complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A Seahawk first down. Wilson to his big target, Graham. Now it's Wilson. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. We have hit half. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Here's Wolford over the middle. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 44-yard line. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. To throw, it's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on fourth down.
6-18.
They do go for it. It's Carr. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. try to get the running game going with Rolls. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, here's Wilson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Third and long, it's Wilson. He gets it to Baldwin. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Low. Get down. 85.
Cooper, the man in motion left. On second down, here's Carr. And complete, right side to Cook. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jared Cook, 48 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now Wilson on second down. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. On third down, Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Now it's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. So the D-line's going to spread out. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. To throw again. Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Now Wilson going to throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Just keeping the play alive. Touchdown, Seahawks. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Back now in the East Bay. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
In motion left, that's Cooper. Time running out here on the play clock. And with the play clock running out, Jack Del Rio is going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Throwing now is Carr. Over the middle, Cooper with it. A very solid gain of 27. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. They'll run again with Lynch. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now Carr, and he finds Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
First down, the run with Lynch. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Shift together here from the D-line. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On third down, they go Lynch. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now they'll throw with Carr. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, Every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Throwing now is Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Wilson to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him 18 yards on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Wilson, it's complete on the bubble screen. That's Richardson. The 20. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. A gain of 32 that time. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On the ground, rolls. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas rolls. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. And he'll bang that one through. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. gives to Lynch on the draw. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points.
Yeah.